What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a special one. I'm gonna try a new series out. I ain't pocket watching, nothing like that. It's just a new series. It's gonna be like, tell me if y'all mess with this, how much like YouTubers make, so we can get motivated on YouTube. Not motivated on YouTube, but like we could just see how it works, if that makes sense. But first, let me stop chatting. How much money MrBeast makes, the full story. Let's get right to it. We all know MrBeast make hella bread, so let's just see how much this dude really making.
If he can make a three-pointer, I'll tell you how much I make off YouTube.
Well, I never thought that this would happen, and no, I'm not talking about being stuck inside of a makeshift jail cell, but instead getting an inside look into the business of one of the most successful creators of all time, MrBeast. 96,000
157 million views. That's why when you say, like, do you set aside money? 39 days of no video, and you can still do that on a side channel.
From his humble beginnings, Jimmy Donaldson was able to turn his genuine passion for making YouTube videos into a conglomerate of businesses, restaurants, charities, and investments. And today we're getting an inside look into Forbes' highest paid creator, allowing us to see exactly how he spends his day and his money. Enjoy. When is the moment that you realized that you could turn this into a business?
Probably when I started making around $20,000, $30,000 a month is when it kind of clicked in my head. I was just like, wait a minute. If I just had a helper, I could do this 2 times faster. I could upload twice as much. And so then I just brought on a guy to help me move boxes.
Like, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, just on the fact that you're getting paid to do what you like to do, to have fun, like create videos, have fun watching videos. Like, bruh, this is literally one of the best careers you could do for, like, it's not for everyone, but it's like, yo, why not? Bro, if you afraid to start, just start, bro. Don't let nothing hold you back.
And just help with the simple stuff. And I was like, oh, well, now let me go hire an editor. And then I just basically hired someone every month for the last, like, 6 years. Yeah, so we have basically cameras for different things. As the videos have gotten crazier, we've just built up a giant arsenal of stuff.
How many hours do you work a day?
It's crazy.
I would say since I was 11 years old, almost every waking hour of the day, I'm thinking of YouTube in some form or capacity. I feel like it was almost like baked in my DNA. YouTube. Like it just flows in my blood. The innate urge to create videos and to build a YouTube channel and build businesses. That's just what I do. And if I try to take time off, I just get depressed and I feel like I lose my sanity. But I also feel like I lose my sanity because we crank the treadmill so much on creating videos. So it's like weird. But if I'm not creating, then I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel like I'm progressing, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. The problem I'm having right now is I struggle to wind down at night because I just work and I'll lay in bed and I'll think of ideas and I'll think of just like, you know, what we could have done better, how we could have edited a video better or finances or whatever. So I'm trying to like actually
think about that though. If you ever experienced this, some of your best ideas or great ideas come when you can't sleep at night and you just straight thinking about stuff, yo. That's the time where you really gotta go.
Actually find ways to like pull back a little bit, and so I sleep a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too messy. So I have everything I need in here.
Is that
my
his
bed,
room?
My work computer, a little bench press to get exercise in.
This how you know he don't
shower,
like. Oh my
and that's
God.
my closet. I was on the cover of Rolling Stone.
MrBeast could really have the biggest house.
Who cares about magazines? Whatever. But Steve Jobs was also on the cover of Rolling Stone. So I'm getting this blown up to be the same size as this, so I can have like just matching posters of us both on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Could you walk us through a normal day?
Next week, I'm going to be flying to India to stay in like a $1 hotel and then like a $10,000 hotel in the Maldives. And then when I get back, well, that means gaming and React's all behind. So I'm going to have to do a whole day of catching up on our Reacts videos. And then have to do a day or two catching up on our gaming videos. And then I've been gone. So now I got to spend a whole day catching up on the creative and all our other main channel videos. And then the video after that, we're going to do like the
world's largest experiments. It's so crazy.
Trying to make the world's
it's not, but
balloon.
it's just,
you know, and then Beast for Festivals are probably going to want my head on a platter because I just spent 2 weeks traveling, filming that video, and I haven't been talking to them as much. So then probably those meetings, so probably fly into town. The main channel is the priority, and then around the main channel schedule, the rest of my life kind of like forms with all the other businesses. Well, these are just our English channels. Yeah. So then we're going to have Spanish, Portuguese, Brazil.
This dude said, whoa, I forgot, bro, he has Oh my! Did y'all just hear what he just said?
Japanese, Hindi, and they'll probably go down to like.
This dude, MrBeast straight flexing. He like, what? Different plaques for different countries is insane, bro. Actually insane.
My well of knowledge needs to constantly be expanding, so I have more things to draw inspiration from our ideas. If not, you're going to get the same ideas over and over again. So it happens for a lot of creators. That's why their videos are repetitive and always the same thing, because if you're not constantly learning new things, then your ideas are just limited to what's in your head, and eventually you're going to drain it.
How many hours would you say it takes to edit the average video?
So our 100 million subscriber special, I think we were just doing
that's why you should always be learning.
It was like collectively like 1,700 hours across all the editors. The thing is, like, I'm not the easiest to work with in that regard. Like, I really want to make the video as good as possible, and so we'll just be like, well, what if we try this? And so we'll have to like basically re-edit the video to see if this other way produces a better story and if it flows better. And it's a lot of testing, so we usually edit a video like 5 or 7 times.
Working for Jimmy is like the most particular process. If he's not completely happy with the video, then it just keeps on going for like an extra week, and we'll just every single day. It's like it's a long process, but at the same time it improves quality.
Apparently, if you make a pee joke, it will drop your attention by around 5%.
No pee jokes, that's just a no-go, no matter how funny it is. I mean, I think
this dude has it down. Whoa, that just blew my mind. I'm not gonna say that's crazy.
It's funny, but
MrBeast has YouTube down to a T. He needs to buy YouTube at this point.
So I found giving into my natural instinct works best. So I just work every day, every hour of the day, until I just burn out. Anytime I try to stick to a schedule, it just doesn't work. Because there are certain Saturdays I'm just fired up, and like God himself couldn't stop me from going and working on a video. And then there are other Saturdays where I'm burnt out. And so yeah, I just kind of give in to my emotions and just work when I want to. All their walls are whiteboard paint. Yeah. So all throughout here is just all our upcoming videos. This is the box they delivered the 100 million. I'm going to be 100% honest, I had never even read it. I didn't realize it was customized for every person. Remind me to read that later. I thought it was just a copy print to everyone.
Do you know how many income sources you have?
That's an interesting one. Well, let's see. We have Beast Burger. Feastables. We have a company where we dub channels, which runs our MrBeast Espanol and stuff like that. We do that for other people. We have MrBeast, MrBeast Gaming, Beast Reacts. Yeah, merch.
Whoa, this video was a year ago. It said his main channel was at 103 million subscribers. Today he's at what, 245 million subscribers in a year? That's crazy.
Honestly, I'd have to like open my bank account and look through it. Because like there's also like sub opportunities. Like we occasionally do things where like we built this app. We had people put their finger on the app. Yeah, so we're building other apps in the future.
What would you say your main source of income is? If you're to pick one thing.
Gosh, I'll say this because I tweeted. You can throw it up. That Beast Burger has done over 100 million in sales, and obviously that number has grown a lot bigger since then. So like, but again, it's because it's something people can repeatedly buy. Merch, the best margins, but it's. You just, like a burger or whatever, is something someone can order multiple times a week. Merch, someone going to buy like twice a year. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What about sponsorships?
Oh, yeah, and sponsorships. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, those have gotten crazy recently. I'll tell you over or under. What's the most you think I've gotten for a brand deal?
3 million.
Over.
Well, I was hoping you would say something lower. We've definitely done deals around that ballpark, yes.
How many people work for you?
It's definitely getting big. I'd say in general, right, between Feastables and all the stuff we're doing, like full-time salary, probably 150 people, maybe 200, just kind of depends. So a lot of like part-time jobs and secondhand jobs that are spun off, and that's where it gets into like the hundreds, but yeah. This is our studio. It's around 40,000 square feet. Studio space in America currently is in very high demand. People are struggling to keep up because content creation just in general is growing year over year. So having a big place like this with no beams, which is what was here when we bought them, there's like hundreds of these, which is how most warehouses are. You can't film movies, you can't film content in them. So it's very, very hard because it's expensive. It's much easier just to throw up beams to hold up the roof to find wide open space like this with none. So that's why spaces like this are pretty rare.
Do you know how much it costs in terms of running your overall business every month?
Like on the gaming channel, we probably are spending like, I don't know, depends, like a couple $100,000 a month. Reacts, a couple $100,000 a month. The main channel now, probably like 3 or 4 million a month. Like Feastables is spending probably $1 million or so a month. Beast Burger, same thing. I mean, if you're including like marketing and stuff, a couple million a month. So I mean, even like our Beast philanthropy, our charity, you know, I put a lot of money into that so we can have food and stuff like that. So
bro, yeah, it's
getting pretty crazy.
Who manages that?
Well, if you go over there up those stairs, you'll see a little accounting team that I walk in and I go, I want to give 100 people $100,000. They go, you're crazy. And I'm like, good luck. And here is 10 other doors. And those are the people that I stress out with money. The money is best spent in like just doing grander things that I find interesting, that are unique, original, and like for the most part, you can't find what we do anywhere else, not at the scale we do. And I think it's like that is where I want to put the money in, because then that's what gets people coming back. They enjoy it, and then everything else benefits.
Do they make sure that money is like put aside just for you, like just in case?
People have been saying that since I had 1 million subscribers, and the videos get views even if I don't upload. So like if I really wanted to, I could just stop spending and just live off the money.
531,000.
Full disclosure, it's late at night. I haven't uploaded in a while.
Oh my god.
When we uploaded the island video, we were doing 5 million an hour. So
look at all the channels.
Here's the other channels.
Imagine what he's doing. Oh my.
Pick any channel you want.
$63,000 a month.
Literally, all I want to do is make the best videos possible.
Yeah.
That's why I live in the studio right over there. So I'm not worried about paying for a mansion. I don't drive a Lamborghini. I purposely have a really like dumbed down lifestyle. So because it gives you freedom. Like, you know, most people can't reinvest in a business because when they get to this level, they're worried about their $10 million mansion. They're like 4 or 5 cars and insurance and keeping up with that. And then like their second home.
All right, so you just put me on game. I ain't gonna lie. Dang, so once you get rich, everybody wanna, I need the most expensive house, car, boom, this, that. But it's like, yo, you don't like, just because you get rich, don't think like you can't lose it. Like really, you gotta really be like, you can live comfortable and live like a little, you know what I'm saying, like better than you was before. But don't think you need to go buy the biggest house, the best cars, and all this. Nah, bro, that's how you go broke, and then you ain't gonna have none of that.
And all these other things. I just cut it all out. I have no like personal debt or like things, you know, that I have to pay for, so I can just go all in on the business because it's like. Doesn't even matter, you know what I mean? How much do you think it costs to build an elevator?
My guess here is probably going to be 80 grand.
I think that was around 200,000.
Why so much?
I said the same thing. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, an elevator's like 20 grand.
How do you plan to expand the business?
Ooh, that's where it gets fun. I think for starters, you know, I just want to keep making the best videos possible. I have to reiterate, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but everything I do stems from that. Because if I stop making the best videos, people stop watching. And then Feastables is irrelevant. Beast Burger is irrelevant. All the companies are just literally irrelevant. So that, and then stemming off from that, next I really want to get into making mobile games. I think that'd be a lot of fun because we have a gaming channel that gets like 20 million views a video.
What?
And then I really want to scale up Feastables, launch new products. We're going to launch cookies. And then Beast Burger, we're getting into building physical locations.
I don't know.
So in 2 weeks, we open our first
wrong.
Physical Beast Burger.
I think he's done with the Beast Burger.
We're building that.
But
and then based
I know
on how
he's
that
going
goes,
like
I
all
want
in
to build 10,
Feastables.
and then 15, then 100
the
physical
chocolate
locations.
bar, because he just made a new formula and everything.
You know, keep leveraging the brand. I like pushing myself, and I see it as a sport, and like going hard in business and building them. Even though it's stressful and it's very difficult, and like sometimes I'm like, you know, you have a mental breakdown. You're like, why am I doing this? Why did I push myself so hard? But then when you're not doing it, you're just depressed. And so it's like a weird system, a weird situation, but I love it. But sometimes I don't. We're gonna try to do world's largest hydraulic press versus a Lambo. See if we can squish it. Then we're gonna do. We're gonna put a rocket on a car and see how many buses you can jump over. And then world's largest elephant toothpaste, world's largest paper airplane.
What's your biggest insecurity?
Like our videos are very fast paced. And so sometimes you do have to give up a little bit of the story in order to keep the videos moving. Of anything, it would be that. Like a lot of people think the only reason we get views is because I just throw money at it, and they don't realize that, you know, we spent a decade just studying what does well, you know, studying, figuring out our own style, figuring out our own way to do things, and the amount of hours I put into just expanding the inspiration of my brain just so I can come up with original ideas.
And like
the months on months we spend building the sets and working on it, and the weeks we spend editing and all this.
Like the way like MrBeast is like Steve Jobs and all these other big, like, just because he's a YouTuber, we might not look at, but like if you really look at it, like it's crazy. I don't know. This is just crazy to me.
And then, you know, they're just like, oh, he just spent money. That's it. There's nothing special. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, you want to see where we store our money?
Let's see.
Almost every area of the internet points to YouTube. So I think YouTube's going to keep growing. It's mind-blowing. And you can leverage that to build businesses or, you know, like do things like Beast Philanthropy or whatever. I think, like, people don't realize just how crazy it is. For us, we have 100 million people on average that watch almost everything we put up.
Does that ever worry you that you have that much influence on so many people?
We did Team Trees, we did Team C's. Typically, our stuff centers around doing good. And no, actually, it excites me because I've had hundreds of parents, probably even 1,000 at this point, tell me stories of like their kids watch that. And then when they get tooth fairy money, they want to go donate it to charity. Or like their little 12-year-old kid wants to go volunteer because they watched a Beast Philanthropy video. No, I feel like we're doing a good job in inspiring people to care. And, you know, yeah, maybe it can be perfect, but in general, I feel like compared to other stuff, we're doing a pretty good job. Oh my gosh, we're about to hit 103 million. That's hard to say.
So I'm curious on this one. How do you balance having a relationship?
With my current girlfriend, she's actually from South Africa. So that is the hard part because I live in my studio. I don't really ever do anything fun and I work 99% of the time. So one thing is like...
Whoa. Whoa. How does he have... First of all, he said my current girlfriend. Second of all, how... You know what? That's none of my business. Good for you, though, MrBeast. You know, every guy needs a little... You know what I'm saying? Like...
I'm obsessed with learning, and so it was very important I found someone that also likes learning. So she loves reading books, she loves like experiencing things. So like I don't see like taking like an art class as a waste of time because that might creatively inspire me, or like a pottery class, or even going and shooting guns or whatever, some new thing. So usually it's like us doing something like that where in my head I'm learning something and I can kind of justify the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To my like business obsessed brain cell. So it's that, and it's also good to unwind, and you know, so you can actually go to bed at a reasonable time and not just lay there working in your head. To be a good business owner, don't you have to know like where every penny in your company goes or something like that?
You would think, but you know what? If you hire someone else to do that for you, then
it's like I just want to focus on making great videos. So like I'm not as like involved. Oh, this is pretty cool. Just a laser-like focus and obsession is just kind of what I aim to like implement in our videos because it's just beautiful to see. Hey, you should subscribe right now. That, you know, a lot of people who wouldn't have done it because they just didn't think of it are now thinking about it, and it will convert to like 10 or 20.
I ain't gonna lie, that word. Whoa, I'm gonna start doing that. Hey, you should subscribe right now. And like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, you should subscribe right now.
20,000. So literally just say it, and you're good.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Bye.